For those of you that don't know, Elon Musk has a private school called Adastra. Adastra basically means to the stars and is a ripoff of the saying per aspera ad astra, which means through hardships to the stars. Instead, they just have Adastra. Awesome. And as you know, I'm a huge fanboy of Elon Musk. And the funny thing is, he created this school basically just for his multiple kids, I think like 5 or 6. But he opened it for admissions in the year of 2019 and 2020. And when he decided that you should go for the opening, he didn't make it easy. No. That's not what Elon Musks do. Instead, he published 3 quizzes that you need to pass and send your response to Elon Musk. Today we're gonna take a look at these 3 quizzes to see if you're smart enough to start at Elon Musk's private school. There are 3 quizzes in this admission process. So the first one is called the 11th painting. Basically, the 11th painting is a quiz about this painter, Varro, that lived in La Paz, Mexico in 1908. Basically, the painter just painted like 10 paintings. All of them were lost in the earthquake, and they just found 1 painting. So the question is, where should we put that 1 painting and where should it be sold? You basically have 5 options here. We put it in the La Paz Art Museum, we put it in the Museum of Modern Art, the Louvre, private collector, and AFC Art Fair Company. And there are multiple variables to all those options. There are different admission prices, there are different visitors, and there are different price offers. And here's the fun thing, every money that they make through selling the painting or through fees in the future will go to the education of the children of La Paz, Mexico. What they want to see here is that you make a rational decision on where you can help the most people. A question that we need to ask here is the admission price just for seeing the picture, or is it for the entire building? Naturally in the Louvre there are multiple paintings, so the Varro painting will not get a huge percentage of that. For example, if you sell it to a private collector and just 8 people see it, yet you make 25 million from that sale, those 25 million will all go to good causes. While this might not be as prestige for Varro as being it in the Louvre, it would nonetheless be kinda a rational good decision because you're able to donate 25 million to help children be better educated. But I'll let you make a decision here. Just don't go too fast to the right choice. What Elon Musk wants to see here, and what every employer wants to see when you go to a job interview, is that you don't make a fast decision. You take your time out and look for a solution, because the obvious one is usually not the best one. Let's go to the other painting, the lake. Now this question really gave me a brain f*** because it's very close to our society, so I need to hang on to my coffee to read this out to you. A large lake surrounds a large city. Thousands of people rely on the lake for commercial fishing, tourism, fresh drinking water and recreation. A company known as a polluter dumps toxic outputs of production in the lake. The polluter suspects that the outputs may be harmful to the lake, but they employ thousands of people in the city and any new regulations may make them less competitive. Pollution is the cost of doing business. Scientists, after studying the lake's health, overwhelmingly conclude that the lake will be dead in 10 years if the polluting does not end. The puppet master, a wealthy individual who is afraid that new regulations could affect their business empire, decides that the scientists are probably overreacting. The puppet master decides to form their own scientific research group called Scientists for a Healthy Lake. This reminds me of the meat industry. The puppet master plays a small group of scientists to publish bogus research that claims that the lake has never been healthier or that cholesterol is good for you. The media reports that a new scientific study claims that the lake is in good health. Politicians have the power to stop the toxic outputs, but they decide that any action against the polluter is too risky since there does not seem to be a scientific consensus. The voters listen to the media, politicians and scientists and become deeply divided and confused. They are not sure if the lake is nearly dead, in great health or somewhere in between. The polluter continues to dump toxic outputs in the lake. 10 years later, the lake dies. What percentage of blame would you assign to each of these actors? Please explain why. Now, if you don't see how genius this question is, I don't know what you do see. I don't know if you're blind, because that's freaking awesome. A natural tendency of human beings is to give away responsibility. But the truth is that we are probably all responsible for the actions that we do. The voters could inform themselves that supporting the polluter probably wouldn't be a good choice. Each of them would probably just say that they do what they've been told. So I think probably the scientists will get the least blame from me, because they basically just studied the lake's health and concluded that the lake will be dead in 10 years if the polluting does not end. The puppet master and the polluter are probably one of the biggest blames in my opinion, because they orchestrate everything and decide to actively manipulate the people that they deal with. But if I had the choice between the polluter and the puppet master, I probably would go to the puppet master just for the evil name. But in the end, as said before, probably everyone could do something against it. What do you think? Let's go to the last question, called Goldilocks. Those questions are so freaking awesome. Humans are looking for a new home and they have 11 choices. Each planet is different. There are 3 ways to measure the quality of these planets. Like, these are questions just Elon Musk could ask. Please determine the 3 best and 3 worst planets for humanity. Explain why. God, these questions are so awesome. So we start with the sun. Safety is quite low. Resource A plentiful, resource B not so much, and decent but not good growth. Now we go to the Baloo planet. So there's safety 2, resource A nothing, resource B about 20, but great growth. Then we go to Winnie, resource A 100, safety medium and okay growth, resource B nothing. Resource A 100, resource B nothing. Then we go to Grizzly. Man, Elon Musk had fun making these questions. Then we go to Grizzly, safety bad, resource A, resource B bad, and growth okay. So this one's just nothing. Then Polar, safety quite good, resource A, resource B low, and growth quite decent. Smoky, safety low, good resources, okay growth. Blue, good safety, decent growth, and resource A and resource B are cool. Atlas, great safety, resource A and resource B are good but no growth. Panda, safety 3, resource A low, resource B good, and growth decent. And Yogi, damn, these are a lot of freaking planets, Musk. Yogi, safety low, resource A good, resource B good, growth decent. Kodiak, good safety, good resources, and growth good. In my opinion, I would definitely opt for the planets with the highest safety, because it's a new endeavor and we have to make sure that it goes well. Because if you don't have safety and if you can't build upon safety, then what do you have? These were the 3 quizzes that you needed to fill out before the 1st of January though, to get to the school of Elon Musk called Adastra, which means to the stars. So let me know down in the comments, how would you fill out the quizzes? And remember, the kids that probably fill this out are like 12 or maybe even younger. And I'm sitting here in my mid-20s, I'm thinking, god damn it, I would probably drew a penis on the paper if I would have been that age. If you want to see regular quality content that gets uploaded 3 times per week, yet still only gets 50 views, then subscribe to this channel.